Short week this week, obviously. How do you feel your guys handled it and prepared for Edmonton?
Yeah, I mean, like every other short week we've had for the last pile of years. Try and keep them fresh, make sure they're physically able to go out there and compete, and then still got a lot of time left between now and kickoff to learn what they need to and catch up on some missed time that they would have in a normal weekly process.
You'll see a familiar face tomorrow, Tyrell Ford. So what are your thoughts on the season he had for you guys last year, and what's it going to be like to play against them tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, he was absolutely terrific for us last year, and I'm sure he's going to be terrific for Edmonton again. So we got to know where he is on the field.
What makes him such a ball hawk, I guess you could say? I think he had 7-8 picks last year.
Elite athleticism, good growth, through his time here in terms of his visions, how he sees the game, how he plays the game. Always improving in terms of physicality and tackling. So he's certainly become more of a complete player.
Edmonton coming in 0-2. In the past, do you see a team that's still looking for its first win? Do you sense any extra desperation from a team like that? Or?
Yeah, I don't. No, I'd say no. I would never think of us as being desperate ever, no matter what, even take us back to whatever time that was.
0-4?
Sure. I don't think we were desperate. I think we had the answers as to why things were going the way they were going. I'm sure Mark Killam has got a good handle on why things are, why they're going the way they're going. And so I don't. If you know the answers, if you know how things end up in a loss, I don't think it ever leads to desperation.
Yeah, it's funny. Look, I mean, the answers are probably obvious, but why they're happening is the tough part to figure out sometimes, isn't it? Why the mistakes are happening.
I mean,
the mistakes are easy to identify, but
sure.
But why? Right.
Well, they got a whole new coaching staff regime, all new players.
Yeah,
I mean,
not just talking about them, but in general, that's a harder thing to figure out, right?
I
don't know.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Might be harder to fix. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like it took us a while to change some things.
Yeah.
Right.
What do you see in Trey at kick return through 2 games?
Yeah, dedicated to learning our game and the nuances of the CFL return game. Committed to attacking the ball, committed to squeezing every yard out of a return. I mean, he's been terrific. There are guys that are highly skilled returners that are maybe not active participants in the learning side of the return game. Hey, just give me the ball. Am I going left? Am I going right? Whatever that is, right? And let their natural ability and vision take over. I just see a guy, Trey, a young guy, which is really interesting too, that he wants to know the answers, right? Yeah. He wants to be better. He wants to absorb those and be able to think of those nuances now.
Yeah. And the mistakes he has made, probably predictable for a guy doing it for the first time.
I mean, I think every returner at some point takes their eye off the ball quickly to scan to see where their lane is. I mean, it happens to all of them, I'm sure. I don't see him making a ton of mistakes.
Yeah, doesn't seem too hard on himself either. Seems pretty determined to keep going. And
I mean, he absolutely wants to be better. He's driven to do well. So I think he's hard on himself in that regard. It's not water on a bridge, but it's pro sport. You got to be able to forgive yourself and move on to the next too. You carry something forward and you end up making 3 mistakes instead of 1.
Yeah. Eddie?
Coach, what do you make of Mark Killam as now head coach of the Edmonton Elks after a long CFL career?
Yeah, we've had a lot of interaction over the years at various kicking combines or at CFL meetings or at the regular combine. I've always thought he was a very fiery competitor. His guys always knew what to do. They always competed very hard. So, this was an opportunity he had, and I think he's going to do well with it. You know, in terms of just interaction with him as a guy, he's a good guy to sit around and have a beer with too.
What will fans notice about the Edmonton Elks? What have you seen from them, be it offense, defense, specials?
Yeah, they're going to play hard. They're going to be a physical team. You know, that is a certain. So, we never take anybody lightly, and we're not going to worry about anybody's record coming in. We worry more about ourselves. So I think this is just a regular process for us.
Last season, you guys opened 0-4 and didn't get your second win to the 6th game. This season, you're 2-0. What do you attribute the difference in start to? Can you see something?
I mean, we're just not making as many mistakes, probably. You know, I think our training camp was a little different last year, participation-wise. I think we lost sight of some fundamental concepts that led to mistakes on the field that cost us dearly, you know, early on. But I think the group has made a real concerted effort to be better this year.